Hello everybody, welcome back to a GCSE Maths video. In this video, we'll be using letters to represent quantities in multiplication and division problems. So first of all, let's just think about the definition of a formula because that's what we're using here. So a formula, it basically just gives us ways of representing relationships between two different objects or two or more objects. And so if we know one object, we can use a formula to work out the other one. So take this example. Billy is a builder. When he fits doors, he knows each door will have 3 hinges. So we have a door, we have 1 hinge, 2 hinge, 3 hinge. So if D is the number of doors he's installing, then he's going to need 3 times D hinges. If he's installing 3 doors, he's going to need 9 hinges because there's 3 hinges per door. And so this becomes, 3 times D, but you can write 3 times D as simply 3D. So, that represents 3 times D. Now, if the number of hinges is H, the number of doors that can be fitted is going to be H divided by 3, which in algebra, we simply write this fractional form as H over 3. Okay, so we're just going to get used to this new form of kind of writing multiplications. So when we've got algebra, we just simply put the two letters together. So A times B becomes AB, 3 times B becomes 3B, 3 times A becomes 3A, 3 times 9, does that become 39? Or does that become 27? So when it's actually two numbers, we don't put them together because it's very misleading. That looks like 39, not 3 times 9. And so you're going to put the actual product, which is 27. And 3 times 6 is 18. Okay, so dividing. So same thing for dividing. 20 divided by 5, that is going to be 4. 15 divided by 3, that is going to be 5. A divided by B is going to be A over B. H divided by 3 is going to be H over 3. And A divided by 5 is going to be A over 5. Okay, so now all the notation is sorted out, let's get on to some examples. So there are bread rolls in a family pack. Use the letter R to write the number of bread rolls in an everyday pack, which has half as many rolls as a family pack. So if you've got a family pack with R, let's say R is 6, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The everyday pack has half as many. It's only going to have 3. That's, 1/2. So it's going to be R divided by 2. And then we have a value pack, which is twice as many rolls as a family pack. So that is going to be, twice as many. So 2 times R, which is going to be 2R. Okay, so now let's get on to some more questions. So exercise 1 says the letter A represents John Brown's age in years. Use the letter A to write the ages of John's mother, who is twice as old as John. So his mother is going to be 2 times John's age, which is going to be 2A. John's sister, whose age is John's age divided by 3, that is going to be age divided by 3, which is going to be A over 3. John's grandmother, who is 3 times as old as John, well, that is going to be A times 3, which is 3A. John's great-grandfather, who is 5 times as old as John, well, that's going to be 5 times A, which is going to be 5A. And then John's daughter, who is John's age divided by 20. Age divided by 20, we can write that as A over 20. Okay, so let's do another exercise. Exercise 2. Billy Rubble fits D doors into a new house. Use the letter D to write the number of, hinges if he fits 4 to each door. So that's going to be 4 times D, 4D. Handles needed if he fits 2 to each door. So if you've got D doors, 2 per door, it's going to be 2 times D, which is equal to 2D. Screws needed if he fits 16 to each door, 16 times D, which is going to be 16D. Locks needed if he fits 1 to each door, that is going to be 1 times D, which you're not going to write as 1D, you're just going to write as D, because it's one lot of D. If D, for example, say D is 32, well, 32 times 1 is always going to be 32. So that 1 does not really change anything. Wood framing needed if he fits 5 meters to each door, that is going to be 5 times D, which is going to be 5D. Wood stain needed if he uses half a litre on each door. So half a litre per door is just equal to, 1/2 D. You can also write that as D over 2. Okay, so let's go on to the final exercise. Betty the baker has made B bread rolls. How many packs can she fill if there are 4 rolls per packet? So she's made B bread rolls. If there are 4 bread rolls per packet, then it's going to be B over 4. Let's say, let's just say for the sake of it, B is equal to 16. If you've got 16 bread rolls and there are 4 per packet, you're putting 4 in each packet, then, B over 4, 16 over 4, you're going to have 4 packets. Now, what if there are 6 rolls per packet? Well, it's going to be B over 6. What if there are 8 rolls per packet? Well, it's going to be 8. Sorry, it's rather going to be B over 8. 12 rolls per packet, B over 12. 16 rolls per packet, B over 16. Now, this is an interesting question. What if each packet has the slogan 12 rolls plus 3 free? How many packs can she fill then? Okay, let's think about this. 12 rolls plus 3 free. How many is put in each pack? Well, 12 plus 3 is going to be 15. And so, if she's got B bread rolls and you've got 15 per pack, it's going to be B over 15. So that will be it for this video. I hope it was useful in teaching you how to use letters to represent quantities in multiplication and division.